So till now we have discussed the history of atoms, the laws of combination by Anthony Lavoisier, and the Dalton's atomic theory. So how the atoms are combining together to form molecules, etc., or compounds. Okay, so I have told you atoms are very small, and I just want to make it more clear to you how much is the size of the atom. Okay, for example, the size of watermelon, that means the radius, if this is a circle, this is the radius, isn't it? This is the radius. The radius of watermelon is 10 raised to minus 1 meter. That means 1 by 10 meter. 1 by 10 meter means 0.1 meter. That means 10 centimeter. Okay, the radius of watermelon is 10 centimeter. And the radius of ant, the ant is of the size 10 raised to minus 2 meter, 1 by 100. That means 0.01 meter. 0.1 meter, 1 by 100, 1 by 100 it is. 0.1 meter. That means 1 centimeter is the size of ant, radius of ant. Maybe if we consider the radius, the whole radius of ant, it is 1 centimeter. The grain of sand, if we take 1 grain of sand, it will be having 10 raised to minus 4, 1 by 10 raised to minus 4. That means 1 by 10 raised to minus 4 is the size of what? Size of grain of sand. That means 0.00001 meter. And if we take the hemoglobin which is present in our blood, it is 10 raised to minus 8 meter, 1 by 10 raised to 8. That means 0.00008 times 0 and 1. That much smaller is the size of hemoglobin. Then comes a water molecule. If we consider a water molecule H2O, this will have the size 10 raised to minus 9 meter. 10 raised to minus 9 meter. And a hydrogen atom. A single hydrogen atom. This is a molecule, water molecule. And if we come to the case of hydrogen atom, that will have 10 raised to minus 10 meter. 10 raised to minus 10 means it is 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This much small. That means 0.0000789. This is this much meter. That means we can't even imagine this one. That much smaller is the size of hydrogen atom. That much smaller is the size of hydrogen atom. Can you follow? Okay, so I'll tell that the radius, atomic radius of a single atom. An atom is having an atomic radius of 1 by 10 raised to 9 meter in general. 1 by 10 raised to 9 means it is 10 raised to minus 9 nanometer. That means 10 raised to minus 9 meter. 10 raised to minus 9 meter is the size of an atom. Atom's radius is 10 raised to minus 9 meter. And this 10 raised to minus 9 meter is also called as 1 nanometer. 10 raised to minus 9 meter is also called as 1 nanometer. Can you follow? 1 nanometer means it is, that means we will say 1 centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Likewise, 10 raised to minus 9 meter is equal to 1 nanometer. It is the smaller units. Smaller units. We can't even think of 1 nanometer. That much smaller it is. Okay. So 1 nanometer means it is 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So the atomic radius of an atom is 1 nanometer, and that is 10 raised to minus 9 meter. I hope it's clear. It's very small. Very small means very small. Okay. So that is about the radius and the size of atom. Now we will come across the naming of atoms. The naming of atoms. Today we are having a lot of atoms and we all know the names. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, chlorine, then what? Sulfur, then bromine, etc. All there are a lot of today we are having 118 atoms or elements in our universe. 118 elements are discovered in our universe. 118 elements. There are a lot of elements to be yet to be discovered. The scientists are on the verge of discovering new elements. So okay, so 118 elements are there, and each element will have different names, different symbols. Okay, so in the beginning the names were given from the place it was found out. For example, copper, the name is, the symbol is cuprous. We will say it as cuprous. First its name was cuprous. Okay, it was found from Cyprus. Okay, so it was given cuprous, Cu, copper is, today also we are what, say the symbol of copper is Cu itself. Okay, so likewise there are a lot of names. In the beginning there were different names were given, like some names were given by the scientists who their names were itself given to the the elements, from the place where it was found out, from the color. For gold, its name was given gold because of the yellow color. Okay, aurum. Okay, so likewise there were different naming techniques were there in the earlier times, but there was no unique property, there was no similarity was not there. So who came? IUPAC. IUPAC is a organization. Okay, IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. This is an organization. Like what? UN, United Nations, it's an organization. Likewise, in chemistry, in the field of chemistry, this IUPAC is the authoritative power. They according to IUPAC, the namings are being followed by us today. Whichever names are there, hydrogen, it is denoted by the letter H. Chlorine, it should be denoted by the letter Cl. Gold, it should be denoted by the letter AU. Silver, it should be denoted by the letter AG. Argentine, AG. Okay, so these things, another Argentine is there, then what? Tungsten is there, tin, lead, etc. All these names and the symbols are being followed by us, given by us, by whom? IUPAC. Before there were a lot of symbols, where Dalton has given symbols for hydrogen, water, etc., oxygen and all. There were symbols and all, etc., like these. These symbols were very difficult for us to imagine, but to keep it in mind. So thus it was all discarded, and IUPAC has given the namings for and the symbols. First two letters, some example, hydrogen and all, we will take only one letter, the first letter. Some we have taken two letters. Okay, so likewise the IUPAC has suggested the names, and we are following the IUPAC namings for all the atoms today. Okay, so that is what. And if you want to find out the different symbols of the old symbols and today's symbols, etc., you just follow your NCERT textbook, you will get it. Okay, so these are the things which we have to understand when we are studying what? The atoms, the atomic radius, the namings, and one more thing we want to find, we want to study. That is atomic mass. That is atomic mass. This atomic mass, when we are discussing atomic mass, it is very difficult for us to find out the mass of different atoms separately, individually. That means we have I have told you 118 elements are there. Okay. The mass of elements in the beginning, the mass of each element to find out separately was very difficult. So what they did is, they took relative mass. The relative mass of the atoms were considered at the beginning. So how to show there should be some standard with respect to something, what is the mass, with respect to that thing, what is the mass of other elements. That is what they have considered in the beginning. Okay, so for that they took the atom carbon. Carbon is an important atom. Carbon is an important element, because in the universe carbon is what, mostly present. Okay, in our body also carbon is there. We are dealing with a lot of carbon atoms. Carbon is having some unique properties. These things we will study it in the 10th standard. Okay, so they took carbon as the standard. So the elements which are having less mass than carbon were having less relative mass. The elements which were having more mass than carbon were having more relative mass. Okay, so from the the mass of the carbon, they formulated an equation for they formulated an equation, or what they formulated, that one atom will have the mass of 1/12 the carbon atom. One atom will have the mass of 1/12, one hydrogen atom. As we know, hydrogen is the smallest atom in the universe. Hydrogen is the smallest atom in the universe. So one hydrogen atom, that means this hydrogen atom can be said as the model of atom. An atom will have the unique atom, means it is hydrogen atom maybe. So if we take an hydrogen atom, the hydrogen atom will have a mass of 1/12 the mass of what? Carbon atom. Hydrogen atom will have a mass of 1/12 the mass of carbon atom. Is that clear? Hydrogen atom will have a mass of 1/12 the mass of carbon atom. I know you didn't understand it clearly. So let us take, this is a carbon atom. Okay, this is a carbon atom. If I cut the carbon atom into 12 equal pieces, from this one piece, if I take one piece out, this will be the mass of hydrogen atom. That is what? 1/12 to the mass of carbon atom is hydrogen. The mass of hydrogen atom is 1/12. Out of 12 pieces, 12 equal pieces, if I take out one piece, that piece will denote what? Hydrogen atom. This was the relativity. Okay, so this was what? They took the relative mass of hydrogen atoms. Okay, so today we are not taking the relative mass, we are taking the atomic mass itself by what? By using. So today what we will say is, the carbon is having atomic mass 12 and hydrogen is having atomic mass 1, oxygen is having atomic mass 16, then carbon is having 12, oxygen is having atomic mass 16, then so it goes on like that. Chlorine is having atomic mass 17. Okay, it goes on like that. So today we are following another method. Okay, that we will discuss more in the next classes and all. So thank you.